keep hearing that journaling can help to clarify our feelings and our thoughts, and I've never really been one to journal or have a diary. I don't even know what to do it. Do I write Dear Diary? Yes. Okay, let's try this. Dear Diary, I'm struggling with why it's so hard for me to make decisions. There's days when I feel overwhelmed and on the verge of tears. I'm frustrated with myself. Why am I so indecisive? What makes every choice feel so monumental and difficult for me? It seems like there's two types of people in life. Those like me, who seem to struggle to make the decisions, and then there's those like Tom, my boyfriend. He just seems to navigate his choices with ease. Seems like those people who are decisive, they just appear so much more confident, while I find myself bogged down in doubts and fears. I procrastinate and I approach decisions with hesitation and uncertainty. I overthink and analyse every possible outcome and detail, and it leads me to what they call analysis paralysis. The longer I wait, the more information I gather, and that just gives me more possible outcomes to consider, which leads to even more anxiety. I often seek input and opinions from many people. I ask my friends, I ask my family, and I'm always hoping that their perspectives will provide clarity. But maybe I'm just trying to trick myself, because usually this just results in conflicting advice and further confusion. The fear of making the wrong decision, it's overwhelming for me. What if I make a decision that I later regret? What if my choice ends up just being a mistake and I can't undo it? What if it's the wrong decision? And the weight of these concerns, it just feels heavy. I delay taking action, hoping the decision will either just become clearer over time, or maybe miraculously, the choice will somehow just be made for me. I'm scared of all the potential negative outcomes and the associated emotional impact of the regret. But in reality, this only adds to my stress, and it keeps me stuck in the same damn indecisive loop, waiting for some kind of sign or a solution that may never come. I've noticed that the decisive people, they act quickly, even when not all the details are clear. They just seem to trust their own judgment. They rely on their gut instincts, they make the decision fast, and they draw from their past experiences to help make it. I can see they make their choices based on their values and their goals, rather than getting bogged down by the uncertainty or the conflicting advice. What stands out to me is how they seem to make whatever decision they pick work. They just seem to focus on the actions they take after making the decision. They direct all their energy towards making it succeed, rather than dwelling on all the potential regrets and the second guessing like I do. The ability that they have to commit and focus their efforts on making their choice, that is a trait that I admire. It reassures me that success doesn't always come from having all the answers before making the decision, but the determination to take the action, to move forward and adapt as needed, is what brings the success. Maybe I just need to embrace this mindset more fully, to understand that every decision involves a certain level of risk and uncertainty, and that my energy is going to be better spent on making the most of whatever decision I choose, rather than fixating all the time on what might have been or what people might think. Why don't I just choose the decision that I want to choose deep down? Follow my gut. I know I don't have a fear of failure. I've failed many times in my life, and I'm sure I'm going to fail many more times again, and I'm not worried about it. The fear of failure is different from the fear of regret. Failure is something that I can learn from and I can grow through, and it often leads me to greater success. Failure is just an answer, but regret Regret's the uncertainty and the wondering about the decision that I didn't take, and the question that I will never have the answer to. And that's what makes it so paralyzing. Perhaps instead of fearing regret, I should just remember that there are no absolute right or wrong choices. There's just the different paths with the different outcomes. Each decision that I take is going to lead to its own set of experiences and learning opportunities. And by focusing on making the best decision I can, a decision that will align with my values and my goals and feels true to me, not what everybody else wants from me, but what matters to me. And by committing to the chosen path, I might find a greater sense of peace and purpose in my choices. It's clear that I need to have more trust in myself, listen to my gut, trust my judgments. I've learned that being decisive doesn't mean having absolute certainty, but it's rather about having the courage to move forward despite life's uncertainties. It's also important for me to remember that each choice I make is just part of the larger journey. And with every decision I make, I gain more insight into myself and my goals. I do recognise that this is a process, and the struggling with decisions is part of my personal journey of self-discovery. And I hope that being patient and compassionate with myself and giving myself some grace, that I can navigate this challenge with more confidence, along with all the other challenges that I'm facing in my life. I really do recognise that this is a process, and that struggling with my decisions is just part of my personal journey of self-discovery. And I do hope that being patient, compassionate, and giving myself some grace, that I can navigate this challenge with more confidence, taking small, deliberate steps, embracing my own decision-making abilities may just be the key to finding the peace and the clarity that I'm seeking. Mel. Oh, wow. That feels quite therapeutic. I feel like I've had a therapy session. Wow. Wow. That was good. That feels good. Get all that out. I like that. Maybe I should do this diary thing more often.